starved. I can't wait to sink my teeth into one of those burgers one last time. And those great fries.
Without a doubt, Married with Children was a groundbreaking TV show that challenged conventions and sparked controversy. The creators dared to explore taboo topics and push the limits of acceptability, captivating audiences while also alienating others. This bold approach divided Hollywood into two factions, those who admired their audacity and those who despised it. Despite its initial success, various elements converged, leading to the eventual decline and cancellation of this once influential show. Love it or hate it, Married with Children left an indelible mark on television history, forever changing the way we perceive sitcoms and their impact on society.
Somebody help me!
As the 1980s unfolded, television witnessed a dramatic transformation in comedy, giving rise to groundbreaking shows unlike anything audiences had experienced before. Among them was a sitcom that became synonymous with controversy, Married with Children. This audacious program broke conventions with its edgy, irreverent, and unabashedly crass humor, leaving viewers both shocked and entertained. The Bundys, the dysfunctional family around whom the story revolved, featured Al, portrayed masterfully by Ed O'Neill. Bitter and misogynistic, Al spared no venom towards his wife Peggy and children Kelly and Bud. In a memorable early episode entitled, "I'll See You in Court," Al reminisced about an intimate encounter with Peggy, during which he mistakenly thought she was someone else. A deeply embarrassing scenario mined for comedic effect, albeit outside traditional comfort zones. Another infamous instance occurred in the 5th episode of Season 1, known as the Poker Game. Here, Al invited Peggy to participate in a poker night among friends, intending to demonstrate female inferiority under pressure. Instead, it sparked a barrage of derogatory remarks targeting women, eliciting widespread criticism for perpetuating harmful gender stereotypes. Fast forward to the penultimate episode of Series 11, creatively named England Show. Viewers entered an unsettling parallel universe through Al's dream sequences depicting a grim alternative existence devoid of marriage to Peggy. Marked by violence and darkness, this unexpected turn left many questioning whether such bleak material belonged in a half-hour comedy slot. These examples merely scratch the surface of numerous occasions wherein Married with Children challenged norms and provoked debate surrounding sensitive subjects previously deemed off-limits on network television.
I don't understand it. I was a size 6 before aerobics class.
In the late 1980s, a groundbreaking TV series dared to tackle taboo subjects with reckless abandon, pushing boundaries, and exploring sexual innuendos like never before. This show became known for its no-holds-barred approach, seemingly refusing to shy away from any topic, be it sex, infidelity, or bodily functions. A notable example can be seen in the episode titled A Shoe Room with a View, where one of the main characters, Al, visits a nudist beach with his friends, resulting in a plethora of salaciously scandalous situations that left audiences gasping in disbelief. The show's raw humor elicited contrasting opinions from viewers and critics alike. Some praised its audacity, finding the bold take on family life refreshing and hilarious. However, others expressed concern over its suitability for television, arguing that its provocative nature might negatively influence impressionable minds. Parents and conservative groups joined forces in denouncing the program as inappropriate, amplifying the growing controversy around its content. Advertisers faced a difficult decision when confronted with the choice between associating themselves with the daring comedy and protecting their reputations. Consequently, several companies distanced themselves from the show, which resulted in financial strains for the network and intensified public discourse regarding its place on air. Even the Federal Communications Commission intervened, issuing fines for the series' allegedly indecent content. Paradoxically, the FCC's involvement sparked more support for the show among its followers, who rallied behind its right to free speech and artistic freedom. Meanwhile, detractors persisted in accusing the program of transgression, insisting that it crossed lines that ought not to have been crossed. Despite the criticism, however, the show remained popular, provoking thought and laughter in equal measure as it navigated through controversial waters.
I guess that'll put the rest of those rumors of my insanity.
Undoubtedly, the late 1980s marked a turning point in television history, and one series that played a significant role in shaping the sitcom genre was the groundbreaking show that dared to defy conventions. Airing in 1987, This particular production stirred up considerable controversy due to its bold content and refusal to conform to traditional family values prevalent during that time. Despite, or possibly because of, this opposition, the program managed to carve out a distinctive niche in television history. By challenging societal norms and expectations, it demonstrated that there existed a substantial audience eager for alternative programming. This trailblazing series became synonymous with unabashed humor, sparking heated discussions and igniting a fierce struggle for artistic independence. The show served as both a lightning rod for criticism and a champion for pushing the limits of acceptability on television. Regardless of where viewers stood, whether they adored or despised it, the undeniable fact remains that this unique series left an indelible mark on the evolution of situational comedies. Its legacy continues to reverberate through contemporary television, inspiring future generations of writers and producers to explore new frontiers in comedy. Embracing its audacious spirit, the program fearlessly ventured into unexplored territories, unafraid to tackle controversial subjects and challenge established stereotypes. In doing so, it paved the way for other revolutionary shows that would follow suit, breaking free from the constraints of formulaic storytelling and fostering a more dynamic and engaging viewing experience. Through its unwavering commitment to pushing boundaries and remaining true to its irreverent nature, the series solidified its status as a game-changer in the annals of television history. To this day, it stands out as a testament to the power of creativity, courage, and originality, qualities that continue to resonate deeply within the ever-evolving world of entertainment.
Starting, shut up.
Save my seat, Peg.
The dysfunctional family theme in the TV series is embodied by the Bundy family, where the patriarch Al is a discontented shoe salesman stuck in a joyless marriage with his wife Peggy. Their relationship is marred by harsh sarcasm and constant bickering rather than warmth and affection. Regrettably, their children, Kelly and Bud, also contribute to the chaos, frequently engaging in mischievous acts that bring trouble upon themselves and their parents. One notable example of the family's unbecoming conduct occurs in Prom Queen the sequel, when Al and Peggy steal the prom queen title from their own daughter, Kelly, in a misguided attempt to recapture their lost youth. Hardly exemplary parental behavior for a family sitcom. In another episode titled Her Cups Runneth Over, Al is caught peeping at his neighbor's wife through binoculars, sparking a humorous albeit awkward discussion around voyeuristic tendencies. These instances have raised eyebrows among critics who argue that the program legitimizes disrespectful behavior within families. Moreover, members of the Bundy clan rarely offer one another emotional support or motivation regarding personal goals and ambitions. For example, during Peggy Turns 300, when Peggy endeavors to become a millionaire by launching a gossip-based television show, she receives nothing but mockery and derision from her loved ones, reinforcing the notion of a profoundly dysfunctional home environment. Tanrier.
Can I stay for your party, please?
No, Puss Bomb, you can't.
Come on, Kellen.
In the mid-1980s, a groundbreaking TV series emerged, challenging traditional notions of family life. This show took pleasure in tearing down conventional ideas of familial affection and support, sparking both admiration and criticism among its audience. While some relished its daring humor and satire, others worried about its impact on young minds unable to grasp its underlying intentions. The program featured a family called the Bundys, whose dynamics defied typical expectations. Instead of warmth and understanding, they offered sarcasm and disdain towards one another, extending even to their encounters with next-door neighbors, the ever-battling Rhodes couple. Such disregard for traditional values contrasted sharply with more mainstream shows of the era, making it a bold statement that resonated with many viewers. Despite, or perhaps due to, this contentious approach, the series amassed a devoted following. Its unabashedly irreverent perspective on domesticity struck a chord with audiences seeking something different from the usual fare. However, detractors argued that the show undercut the significance of love, respect, and solidarity within families, fearing it set a dangerous example during primetime hours. Throughout its run, the series became known for pushing boundaries and igniting heated discussions regarding what was acceptable viewing material. Even today, opinions remain divided over whether the show served as a clever exploration of contemporary societal issues through satire, or if it crossed ethical lines by promoting discordant behavior within households. Regardless of stance, one cannot deny the indelible mark this particular TV series left on popular culture. By presenting an alternative viewpoint on family life, it sparked conversations and controversies that continue to ripple through the world of entertainment. Whether cherished or criticized, the Bundy family will forever stand out as a unique contribution to the landscape of American television. In the mid-1980s, the television series known as The Show introduced a controversial character named Peggy Bundy, played by Katie Sagal. Feminist groups quickly criticized Peggy's portrayal, claiming that she fit into harmful stereotypes of women. As the untraditional housewife, Peggy flipped the script on the typical nurturing TV mothers of the time with her big hair, leopard print clothing, and preference for lounging on the couch over domestic duties. Her main interests were shopping and watching TV, arguably reinforcing outdated gender roles. The show also poked fun at Peggy's excessive spending habits, causing financial strain in the family and raising questions about its potential harm towards women. However, the critical focus extended beyond Peggy's consumer behavior. Her contentious relationship with husband Al further fueled debates among feminists. Their tumultuous marriage consisted of constant sarcastic jabs and belittlement, casting doubt upon ideals of equal partnership. Some even suggested that the couple's dynamic could embolden men to treat their spouses disrespectfully. Moreover, Peggy's interactions with her daughter Kelly raised concerns regarding representations of women supporting one another. Critics pointed out instances where Peggy openly mocked Kelly's intelligence, reflecting negatively on both characters and potentially fostering unfavorable opinions of mother-daughter relationships. Despite these critiques, defenders of the show maintained that Peggy's character served as a satire of the conventional TV housewife, aiming to challenge societal expectations placed on women rather than reinforce them. They viewed her as a powerful role model who refused to comply with normative standards, thus making her an icon of nonconformity and personal strength. As the debate raged on, Peggy Bundy emerged as a significant symbol in the discourse surrounding gender equality on television. Depending on perspective, she represented either progression or regression in how society depicts and values women. Regardless, her influence lingered in conversations concerning representation and feminism within popular culture.
Played high school football, scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Last city championship Polk I ever won.
Undoubtedly, the departure of key cast members marked a significant turning point for the TV series. Firstly, David Faustino, who portrayed the cunning and flirtatious Bud Bundy, bid farewell after season 10. As a beloved character known for his quick wit and humorous antics, Bud's absence deeply affected both the show and its audience. His clever pranks and relentless pursuit of women added a youthful energy to the program, making him a constant source of entertainment for many viewers. Thus, when Faustino announced his departure, it dealt quite a blow to the show's faithful followers, disrupting the established comedic rhythm. Simultaneously, Christina Applegate, who brilliantly depicted the charming yet scatterbrained Kelly Bundy, chose to leave after season 11. Her performance as the epitome of the dumb blonde stereotype won over countless admirers due to her memorable lines and delightfully awkward moments. Consequently, when Applegate revealed her intentions to move on, it created an irreplaceable vacuum within the Bundy household dynamics. The exodus of these two pivotal figures drastically reshaped the show's interpersonal relationships. Without their presence, the bond between Al and Peggy appeared fragmented, creating an incomplete atmosphere within the Cal family unit. Moreover, the loss of Bud and Kelly diminished the chemistry responsible for fueling the show's signature humor, causing it to dissipate gradually. In order to mitigate the impact of these departures, the production team introduced Seven, a peculiar young boy subsequently adopted by the Bundys. Although Seven contributed novelty and eccentricity to the mix, he could not fully compensate for the unparalleled charisma offered by the former pair. This upheaval elicited polarized responses among devotees of the show. While some enthusiasts welcomed the arrival of fresh faces, others found themselves reminiscing fondly about the glory days of the original Bundy clan. Regardless, the integration of new characters hinted towards a transformative era unfolding before them, one tainted by the gradual erosion of the initial ensemble. Inevitably, the viewership began feeling estranged from the latter seasons, lamenting the vanished synergy which once defined the show during its heyday. Despite persisting until the conclusion of its run, the lingering memories of Faustino and Applegate served as bitter reminders of what once was. Nevertheless, the remarkable performances delivered throughout the series still held strong appeal. maintaining a dedicated fan base enchanted by the chaotic escapades of the infamous Bundy family.
And in third, baby!
Gotta go!
In 1987, a daring TV series debuted, pushing boundaries with its provocative humor and boldness. However, the show's audacious spirit soon attracted controversy, leading to a wave of sponsor boycotts due to its risque jokes, sexual innuendos, and unapologetic comedy style. Fearing backlash from conservative viewers and concerned parents, many advertisers distanced themselves from the program, causing a significant drop in ad revenue. This financial hit threatened the show's ability to maintain its high production standards, forcing the team to navigate treacherous waters. As funding dwindled, so did their creative liberties, compelling the producers and writers to walk a tightrope, balancing the essence of their outrageous brand while preventing further advertiser exodus. Network executives didn't make things easier, piling on demands for change and playing censorship roles. Consequently, tension brewed behind the scenes, casting uncertainty around the show's fate. Despite everything, the creators and cast stood firm, albeit modifying their approach slightly to keep sailing through choppy waters. The ripple effects of these sponsorship withdrawals left marks on the series' quest for longevity in the intensely competitive TV industry. Still, they refused to abandon their unique identity completely, continuing to challenge norms when possible. Sadly, the once powerful wind beneath their wings gradually weakened under constant scrutiny. Nevertheless, the show persevered, leaving an indelible impression on audiences who reveled in its groundbreaking satire and subversion of conventions.
I know. You throw it to him and I'll lift him.
This'll be good.
The TV series gained a reputation for its boundary-pushing comedy, but it also faced numerous battles with advertisers and sponsors due to its refusal to compromise its unique voice. The show was known for being different, and this daredevil approach often led to clashes with the powers that be. One area where this was particularly evident was in the show's ongoing tussles with censorship. From the outset, the program's audacious content raised eyebrows among the guardians of decency. The Federal Communications Commission is responsible for ensuring that television content meets certain standards of appropriateness, but this show didn't make it easy for them. With its frequent ventures into controversial humor, the show often found itself caught up in the web of censorship. Episodes like No Chicken, No Check, and Near Death were particular flashpoints, featuring innuendo and suggestive content that pushed the limits of acceptability. The FCC responded with heavy fines, imposing significant financial penalties on the already cash-strapped show. These weren't minor slaps on the wrist. They were hefty blows that added to the financial challenges facing the production team. Each fine felt like a sucker punch, increasing the burden on a show that was already struggling. But the impact went beyond mere finances. The constant threat of censorship created a stifling atmosphere on set. Creatives behind the scenes found themselves constantly looking over their shoulders, worrying about crossing the line and incurring the wrath of the FCC. This fear cast a shadow over the show's once bold and audacious spirit. Despite these challenges, however, the show refused to back down. For many fans, its defiant stance against censorship was a badge of honor, a symbol of its unwavering commitment to free speech and creative expression. On the other hand, critics worried that each episode might be the one to invite further scrutiny from the FCC. Throughout its run, the show continued to push buttons and challenge norms, never shying away from taboo subjects. While this approach earned both praise and criticism, it remains a key part of the show's legacy, reminding us all of the importance of artistic freedom and challenging societal expectations. Whether you see it as a daring exploration of life's complexities or simply over the top, there's no denying that the show left an indelible mark on television history. Its willingness to take risks and challenge authority continues to inspire creators today, serving as a reminder of the power of art to provoke thought and spark conversation.
Psycho dad talking. He doesn't use words like character or education or left.
In the early days, the TV series thrived, drawing in viewers with its bold and irreverent humor. However, as time went on, some audiences grew weary of the show's salacious humor and dysfunctional family dynamics. Once innovative and groundbreaking, the program's reliance on sexual innuendos and crude jokes started to feel stale and unoriginal to certain viewers. Critics, including concerned parents and conservative groups, decried the show's risque content, leading to a steady stream of negative publicity that further eroded its fan base. Meanwhile, the departures of beloved cast members Bud and Kelly disrupted the show's dynamic, making it difficult for the remaining characters to recapture the magic that had once captivated audiences. The decline in ratings was gradual, yet relentless, as the show struggled to retain viewers who had moved on to greener pastures. Despite efforts to inject new life into the flagging series through character reinventions and plot twists, the damage had already been done. As fresh and exciting comedies emerged, the show faded into obscurity, becoming just another casualty of changing times and shifting tastes. Ultimately, the TV series could not escape the inevitable fate that awaits all aging programs: cancellation. Its legacy may be one of controversy and divisiveness, but there is no denying its impact on popular culture. For better or worse, it pushed boundaries and challenged conventions, leaving behind a complicated and multifaceted legacy that continues to resonate today.
You go to bed whining. I want to die. I want to die. And now all of a